a special one because I made my own pie and it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. You know, forgot about the dough roller and I got one, so I ended up kneading it with my hands. So it ended up a square, real fat mess. And also, you know, I got myself a Diet Pepsi, and now it's aspartame free. And so that's good. You know, without further ado, we'll see how this pie tastes. You know, it's a real brick. It's a big old brick. You know, it ain't that bad to be honest. But I didn't get much of the cheese. I ain't got the pizza, so I keep getting the crust bites. Well, it's cheaper than a Pizza Hut pie. Probably use this as a football. Getting all the crust. It's gonna take so long for me to get a real normal bite. I'll break it in half. See if that'll work. Didn't work too well. You know, so I guess I gotta do the stories part here, guys. So, keep hearing background noise. You know, so let's think about a good story. Let's see. Yeah, the cheese is real good. You know, I think that'll, for this one, we'll talk about scary movies and stories about scary movies. And I got an okay story to tell. I think because I remember the guy with a big old mask on his head. And I think I walked in the room at the wrong time. And he was running around with like all kinds of weapons or something. It scared me half to death. And I remembered like being real scared and running away. And I think it took me a little while to get unscared again from that experience. I don't really remember it that well, but it was scary, you know. The next scary story was I got an older brother, and one time in, I think it's like 1999, he rented the Nightmare on Elm Street, with Betty Cougar, and I sat down there and watched it with him. And then we watched like the first three of them. And those movies scared me so badly when I was only, let's say that was, I think I was like 9 or something. And oh my God, I remembered I couldn't go to sleep. Even though like my grandparents were there in the room and I was sleeping in their room. And I said, oh, Betty Cougar's gonna get me. Even though I was only 9 and I don't know, but he was scary, but I couldn't get enough of the Freddy Krueger. Those movies are pretty good. This pizza. They're real. It's real thick. Cause I done caught a dough roller. Taking me a while to eat each bite. In the future episodes, I'll make them try to make it real good and not bake them for too long. Make a thin type of crust. Try to think about another scary movie. About when I was young, watching it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's around the same time as Nightmare on Elm Street. And me and my brother rented them from a videotape store at my grandma's house. And it was, Chainsaw Massacre. And I think we watched just Chainsaw Massacre. And that's, you know, the original one with the back in the 1970s. And that's a scary movie. And I remember when the first guy got like taken into the chainsaw house. I ran up the stairs and I said I can't watch. But then about probably 10 seconds later I had to bolt back down to see what was going on. And that gave me nightmares. I didn't want to saw the next chainsaw movies. You know, that don't spare the scary details. Got about half the bar left. May not finish all of it, because I'm getting a little full, because I had how thick the dang crust is. It looks like a dang pancake. Eat all that by itself, you'd say that's a pretty big pancake you got there. A scary story about a movie when I was little was Men in Black. And that movie weren't even real scary. But there's a part that he blows an alien's head off. And then the alien's head grows back. And so that, seeing a guy's head growing back, that really scared me. But all those things, I couldn't stop watching them. Even though it scared me half to death. And I always said, hey, let me watch this. They said, you gotta keep getting scared. You can't keep watching these movies. And I said, I gotta watch it. Yeah, I gotta see that crazy crap. Oh, that's another thing I gotta get is a pizza cutter. Yeah, I'll get one of them. But guys, getting real bored of this pizza, so let's say we told a few of those scary movie stories. Let's see, the Men in Black was real scary. And then maybe the scary video game is once and out when that game came out. My neighbor rented that game, Resident Evil, on the PlayStation. And I was watching him play Resident Evil. And he got backed into a corner by a zombie. And it kept on jumping on him. And I remember seeing that zombie ripping on him, and I said, oh man, that's a pretty cool game, but I ain't gonna sleep for the next week. Also, there's that part in the Resident Evil game with the zombie turning around. Who's what eating the one guy. And you see the blood all over his face. And that's a pretty iconic scene in the video game. And that one definitely made me real scared. And there's a few scary instances of movies when I was a kid. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. You know, it's been a long time coming for the pizza video. It's gonna be Dalton out. And have yourselves a good one.